Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, I am Kim with KTB Creates, and here I love to create fun home decor videos from everything from thrift store hauls to DIYs to home decor refresh videos and everything of the sort. Today I'm excited because I'm going to be showing you a fun and easy way to take an everyday object like a cardboard box and turn it into something absolutely amazing and beautiful that you can use for home decor. So stick around. Before we get started with today's project, I just wanted to take a minute to talk about today's sponsor, ShopTagger. I am so excited to be using ShopTagger. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks and it has been a lifesaver. It is a really cool tool that you can use to do your shopping and save lists. And what it will do is notify you when those items go on sale. I recently have been in the market for a brand new bedroom set for my son's bedroom. And I was shopping on the furniture site. I had everything in the cart, and ShopTagger actually has a feature that it'll search the internet for coupons and apply them at checkout. So I didn't even know I was able to get a coupon and save $135. So pretty cool site. I'm gonna show you really quick how to use all of it, so stick around. You're gonna go to your web browser and search ShopTagger. And then you're going to click on their website. So you're just going to go ahead and create an account, which is free to do by simply entering your email address and selecting a password. Now you're going to want to download the ShopTagger button because what that will do is allow an easy access to ShopTagger whenever you're on your computer and you want to use the site. Now the fun begins and it's time to start shopping. Like I said, there are over 4,000 retailers available on the site, so you could simply type in your favorite store or take a look at the menu of all of the stores that they have available. From there, you're going to search on their website exactly what you're looking for, and then you are going to save it to your ShopTagger page. So once you find your item that you're looking to save, you're going to click on it and simply click that ShopTagger button in the right hand corner, and that's going to allow you to save the item. You're going to select the size as well, so it's very specific to what your needs are. So let me show you how easy it is to save money with ShopTagger. So once you're ready to check out, you simply go to your checkout and add your item to your cart, and then ShopTagger will actually search the internet for any coupons that may work for your order. So you just click that blue button to check for the coupons and let ShopTagger do the rest. So it goes online and it searches the internet for any coupon that might work. And then once it finds one that works, it will apply it right to your cart. Here it shows you I was able to save $21.09. I'm going to also show you how you can create an easy list that you can access. So you can make lists for different items, whether it's like back to school or maybe you have a bunch of different shoes that you're looking at and you want to create a list for shoes. They also have a mobile app, so it makes it super easy where you can download the app on your mobile device, and the app will link to the website and all of your lists will be saved so you can reference them on either your laptop computer or your mobile site. You're going to want to allow the notifications because that's going to tell you when something is back in stock or on sale for you. So make sure you hit allow, and then you can go ahead and get started adding to your list. So I'm going to show you here how easy it is to create a list. You're just going to create a new list. You're going to title it however you feel you should title it. And then when you save it, it's going to ask you what list you want to save it to. And it's that simple. Be sure to check out the link below in the description box to go ahead and get started with ShopTagger today and have fun shopping. So let's go ahead and get started with our Upcycle DIY. So I got this long narrow rectangular box from, we purchased an outdoor shed and it had all the parts in it. And I just thought it was a unique shape and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. So I first started out by cutting off the top lid because I'm not going to use that for what I'm using it for. Now, you can use any kind of box. It doesn't have to be like this size or anything. I'm going to show you a really cool technique as to how to decorate it and make it look really antique and old, like kind of like an old type of a crate. So I'm just fixing the sides here because they were bent a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and get into decorating it. So I am using Reynolds heavy duty aluminum foil. And I'm just cutting it to size to fit around the box. I'm just smoothing it out as much as I can and measuring it to make sure it fits on the inside. We don't have to worry too much about fixing the sides or the bottom of the box because that's gonna all be covered. So then next I took a little bit of hot glue and I am just hot gluing it right to the bottom of the box. Then for the sides, I cut 2 pieces to fit the sides of the box, and you're gonna simply allow a little bit to overlap on the sides, and you're just gonna make like a nice fold like you would like kind of wrapping a present. So you're gonna overlap the sides a little bit, if that makes sense. And you could probably see what I'm doing here. Sorry, it's a little bit out of shot here, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. And then once you have that all figured out, you're gonna go ahead in and you're gonna start hot gluing as well. And I started everything from the bottom, and then that way you could pull it as tight as you want from the bottom and then fold it into the inside of the box. And then you'll see I'm just gonna fold over the little sides and then I'm gonna smooth it out and adhere it to the inside of the box. Next, it's time to paint your foil. Now, I just wanted to say you could just paint the box without doing this aluminum foil trick, but I wanted it to look old and I love the lines that the aluminum foil has in it. So you'll see at the end why I chose to do it this way. But you could just paint the box if you're okay with that. Okay, so I went in with my linen white chalk paint and I just painted all over the foil, and you don't have to cover it completely. You actually do want a little bit of that aluminum foil shine kind of bleeding through in some spots. Then I took some gray acrylic paint and some silver metallic acrylic paint. And now this is where the magic begins, because now you're gonna go in and customize it. So the whole idea, like I said, is to make it look like, you know, like an antique piece, like a little bit of rusted, just like a worn old like crate of some sort. So I am just applying with a makeup sponge my gray acrylic paint and the silver metallic. So I'm just layering it one over another. There are pieces of where I let that aluminum foil kind of shine through, so I do focus on those pieces a little bit more, but I'm just kind of going in wherever I see fit. I sometimes follow like a certain line that the aluminum foil left, and I just kind of highlight that. So it's a really cool effect. So then once you're all finished with your gray paint, go ahead in with a brown paint. Now I'm using my antique wax, and you are literally just applying really, really light coating of that wherever you see fit. You can even like wipe off the excess onto a paper towel. You don't want a lot of paint on for this look. And this is just gonna give like a really worn, rustic type look. And you could see here where I'm kind of highlighting like the lines that are in the aluminum foil and just kind of highlighting them, because that's what would naturally would have rusted. And it just helps bring out that character with the aluminum foil. And I just love the way it looks. And you want to make sure that you get around like all the edges and the corners, especially because, like I said, that's kind of where a piece would naturally rust over time. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on here. Next, you're gonna take some large popsicle sticks. These I got at Walmart, but I did hear that Dollar Tree does have the larger ones. So I cut off the edge of the popsicle stick, and then from there, I'm just gonna measure where I need to cut for the top of the stick to fit the box. So I'm just measuring that with a pencil, marking it, and then you can easily cut these with a pair of scissors. So I am gonna use 10 of these for the size box that I have. So I'm gonna use 2 for each of the corners, and then I'm gonna put 1 in the middle of the box because it is a longer box. Next, we're gonna use the Waverly Antique Wax again to stain your wooden popsicle sticks. Now, you obviously don't have to use both sides. I started to do that here and then realized that I didn't have to. But you do want to make sure that you get the edges of the stick and the top and the bottom, because you will be able to see those. Once you're all finished with that, you are simply going to take your hot glue and you're going to apply those to the edges of the box, so in all of the corners. And you want to make sure you overlap it a little bit so that the corners, the popsicle sticks fit each other perfectly, if that makes sense. Next, to decorate the popsicle sticks or the wooden pieces, you're going to take some thumbtacks, and we're just going to try and rough them up a little bit with dabbing some of the antique wax and then a little bit of the gray paint on there, in whatever way you like, however you like it to look. But the whole idea is just to make it not be as shiny as they are when they're new. And then you do want to cover them with a thin coat of Mod Podge, because the paint will wipe right off of the shiny finish. And then next, you're simply gonna put them right into your wooden pieces on the top and the bottom. And again, it just gives the look of a nice old wooden crate that was held together by, nails. So, and the tacks do go in fairly easy. You just have to find the right spot. So next, it's time to start decorating and using some floral arrangements. So I started out by putting in some crumpled up newspaper in the bottom of the box, just to give it a little bit more height and to fill in that box a little. Then I went in and I took, these are all like floral foam. I used 6 of them, and I was just hot gluing them to the newspaper. But then I realized I just wanted to add a little bit more, texture to it. So I had some burlap. So I went ahead, I took off the floral pieces, and then I went back in and I covered up all the newspaper with a piece of burlap. And I'm just gonna let some of the edge of the burlap stick out, just to give it some nice rustic look to it. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I go ahead and I hot glue my floral foam right to the burlap. And now it's time to go in with all of my florals. Now, I had a bunch of lavender that I was dying to use, so that's what I'm using with this, along with some eucalyptus, and then I put a few pieces of lamb's ear in. And this was all floral that I had. Everything was from Walmart, but I know people are getting into the fall season, so you can also, the fun part is that you can also decorate it for fall as well by sticking some fall picks in it as well. And then it's just a matter of adding your finishing touches. I went ahead in with some Spanish moss. I did use 3 bags of this, and I'm just going in around my arrangements and just spreading that out throughout so you can't see any of the floral foam. And then I continue to add in all of my floral picks until I'm satisfied with the way that it looks. And I am just loving this. I think it's so beautiful, and it really does look like a really old, piece of furniture, or a piece of a wood crate or something that you would find in an antique store. And it is just perfect addition to my dining room table as a centerpiece. I love the fact that you could actually, you know, take out some of the picks and change them up for the seasons, and, you know, just have the whole piece there and just add some color or whatever you're looking to do. And you would never, ever, ever know that it's a cardboard box. So I am so excited with the way it turned out. You'll have to let me know what you think down below in the comments. I love to hear your thoughts on everything. Don't forget to check out the description box below for your quick link to the ShopTagger site so you can start your shopping today. And thank you so much for joining me today. Go ahead and click that like button if you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Take care and have a great week.